speaking of another favorite of mine, I love me some Adam Sandler, and he came out with a new movie on Netflix. Was it over this past weekend or?
I think it came out the weekend before.
Okay. Well, what was it called? You're so not invited to my bar mitzvah.
You are so not invited to my bat mitzvah.
Yeah.
It's bat mitzvah, not bar mitzvah.
If it's a girl, yeah. So anyway, we watched it because again, it's on Netflix, easy to turn on. We actually watched it with our daughter because she was hanging out with us.
Yeah.
And I don't think so. I'll just go ahead and say this. I don't know if this movie is for everyone, like the target audience. Well, I mean, in fact, I know it's not for everyone. But like me and my daughter, we loved this movie. I thought that it was really cute. It was fun. I really enjoyed seeing Adam Sandler's daughters in this movie. I don't know if this was like their debut. Like,
I'm pretty sure it was.
Like acting. I will say the younger one, which she was like the main one. It was the one, it was like mostly about her. She definitely like outshined her older sister. Her older sister was like more minimal, not really in it a ton.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I really loved it. I loved seeing like Adam Sandler. He's not in it a ton, which was kind of a bummer. But I don't know. It kind of makes sense because I feel like he was kind of just letting his daughter shine. And I don't know. I thought that it was kind of special and I enjoyed it. So, but maybe that's just me being like sentimental and.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I was half paying attention to it. And,
yeah.
But yeah, it's just
and it is geared more towards girls.
It's a teen melodrama.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it's particularly good.
In your opinion.
In my opinion. With the execution
again,
of that.
I don't think that it was catered with you in mind.
And they try to dip their toes into like being into like the disgusting raunchy humor, but they don't really go all the way.
Mm-hmm.
So that feels kind of forced. And don't go into this expecting an Adam Sandler movie because he's in it for maybe like 10 minutes or something total.
Yeah.
Screen time. So it's really more about his daughters and.
I mean,
I didn't like this movie at all.
No, you gave it 2 stars.
Yeah, no, I didn't like. But the thing let's get into the story real quick because this is what's baffling to me. This movie is now Adam Sandler's highest rated film ever.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes,
mm-hmm.
which is just proof now that Rotten Tomatoes is something to never be taken seriously ever again. And all the critics on it are just paid shills that don't give a crap about what they watch. I don't know. That's just baffling to me. How does this movie have a 97%? You would even admit it's not a 97%, wouldn't you?
Baby, you know what that means. It just means that 97 gave it a positive score.
Yeah.
And yes, I would agree with that. Again.
Over Uncut Gems, over like some of his best comedies of all time.
Listen, you have to consider
There's
the
65
audience.
People reviewed this movie.
You have to consider the audience, okay?
Sure, the audience gave it a 65%. What is wrong with the critics? Like, what are we doing? How does this movie get a 97%?
Listen. Uncut Gems is like a whole nother.
It's a different kind of movie, I know, but like even
it's a whole different experience.
Even for this movie, and I always, you rate movies in context of what they are and what they aim to achieve as a movie. Like you can't compare this to Uncut Gems; they're 2 completely different movies. But even what this movie's going for,
mm-hmm.
I don't think it executes it at a 97% success rate.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just
it's
very generic teen comedy movie to me. It's nothing special. So I just don't get it.
I don't know. I thought that it was fun. But again, maybe it was just the fact that I was watching it with my daughter. And I grew up a girl and I could relate to the stuff they were talking about. You know what I mean? I just don't think you had it. I don't think you had that personal connection.
Yeah, I'm being a hater. Yeah.
You are being a hater.
Sure.
And I don't like it. You can back up.
I don't get like who's reviewing this stuff. Like this is, I don't know. People that
I'm
review
not-
stuff on Rotten Tomatoes, it's dead. Rotten Tomatoes is dead.
Okay, well that's fine.
97%.
I'm not gonna like sit here and argue with you that this was like
people
a
used to care
masterpiece or
about
something.
like quality in movies. You know, even though like I think Waterboy and Billy Madison were all like rotten on Rotten Tomatoes when they came out, but they're regarded as like comedy masterpieces. But critics were really hard on those type of movies back then. And, you know, they should have been because they're really goofy and schlocky. And,
Okay,
you know.
to be honest, though, this isn't really that much different than a lot of other coming-of-age movies.
I just don't think it's up to the quality of some of the really good ones.
I feel like there's something about this movie that just, like, makes you angry inside for some reason.
No, it doesn't. I'm not angry about it, so I'm not going to lose any sleep over it.
I don't know what's so triggering to you right now.
Because Adam Sandler's just done so many better movies, and it just, I don't know, it just.
But here's the thing:
he's
not in it that much. This is not.
Yeah, I get it. But his daughters aren't that good.
His daughter was
They're
good.
not that good. The freaking, I don't know. It's a goof. It's almost an animated movie.
Animated.
It feels animated, like with the storyline. The storyline feels extremely juvenile. And it's so mediocre, it's not even funny to me. But yeah,
you do realize, like,
it's very hard to debate this with you because you're right here next to me and you loved it. And I don't want to take away from that joy, but I have to get out what I feel. You're
not taking away joy. I disagree with you.
Oh, it's okay.
You do realize, though, like, the name of the movie. Like, read me the title of the movie right now.
You are so not invited to my bat mitzvah.
So I think the movie is well aware of what it's coming across like. Like, it's, again, Adam Sandler. He's not, like, again, you have to go back to what the movie is trying to do.
Yeah, like, I understand that.
Like,
I just don't think it executes it that well.
Like, not, just because a movie's not like a,
I'm not saying this is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
You know, messed up A24 movie.
I'm not saying it has to be. I like plenty of you know, stupid comedies and coming of age movies and silly children's movies.
Just admit it.
No problem with that.
You're sexist. Just admit it. You didn't like this because it was about girls and periods and having crushes on boys, and you just didn't relate to it at all.
I can enjoy stuff like that. I like.
I don't think you have any reason to hate on this show. Movie.
I like The Edge of 17. I think that was a really well done coming of age female story. 8th Grade is really good from A24. So there's a lot of female coming of age stories that I like and appreciate. I don't think that's fair to say at all on air in front of 67 people. You call me sexist. You might as well call me anti-Semitic because it's about Jews. You gonna do that as well?
Let's see here. I want to see what people are saying about this. I love that Adam Sandler got his kids playing his kids, but he's still got someone else to play his wife again, even though she's in the movie too. Yeah. We were talking about that. Ken was like, well, maybe that's what she prefers or something.
Yeah, maybe she just didn't want to be in it as much, you know.
The critics are idiots. Nobody should listen to them.
These are like serious critics.
Gap says, hey, Ken and Michelle, so glad you two are still together after that last audit. Phew.
We're still together after the audit. We might not be together after this dispute over you are so not invited to my bat mitzvah.
I'll be very surprised if it's better than Uncut Gems. Let's see. It's okay, Ken. The Water Boy has a 33%.
What is that? That should at least have a 60.
Critics are nothing but agenda driven at this point.
Just don't take any critics seriously.
Ken, just agree with Michelle. You're already in the audit doghouse.
Jesus.
Wow, get out of here. I hate all his comedy movies. LOL, this is entertaining. Let's see. Mark says it was a pretty average coming of age movie. It wasn't bad. There was just nothing overly special about it.
Look, I can understand maybe everybody got drunk on a Friday night, all the critics, and watched this and enjoyed it for what it was. And they're like, I'll give it a fresh, you know.
Ken is correct. The movie is not up to Adam Sandler's usual high standards and is certainly not comparable to a masterpiece like Happy Gilmore. Exactly. I sense some sarcasm here. But it is Duck Pond, so I don't know. I know nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine that the critics weren't so kind to the Adam Sandler movies of the 90s. I enjoyed them as a kid, and I think they still hold up now, and they're still very funny. I just think there's a certain Happy Gilmore actually has a 62, so it's fresh. I just think there's a standard of like good filmmaking that we've gotten away from, and just people are they're just liking any crap that's shoveled out to them now. It's like, you are a critic. Pick a movie apart. That's what you're supposed to do. Like, what is wrong with these people? I don't get it.
I think you're maybe taking it a little too serious.
Something about seeing a 97% attached. If I saw a 70, fine. 75, fine. Maybe even an 80, I would have said fine. But a 97? What is going on with the world?